Alrighty, so Nigerian on-air personality Nedu, you know the story that we've been following, has refuted the claims that he forcefully took his children from his ex-wife, Uzoamaka Ohiri. The popular radio personality, in a post shared via his Instagram page on Tuesday, September 28th of 2021 rather, denied the reports, insisting that it was a unanimous decision between himself and his ex-wife. This is what he said. I am sad that once again I need to clear the air on what I consider a private matter. But for the sake of all parties involved, it is pertinent that I do so. Please let the following be clear to all journalists, blogs, news platforms, etc. that contrary to the rumors being peddled around, I do take care of my children and will continue to do so as it is my duty. Neither I nor the police forcefully took my kids away from my ex-wife. It was a unanimous agreement. Please feel free to read her handwritten statement and also see the bag with which she brought their clothes. The children in question were taken to Owerri to live for a month without my consent or permission. My ex-wife took that decision without consulting me. I paid for the flight for her to go and bring them back to Lagos after it was agreed by all parties that it was better that they return to Lagos, especially as they schooled in Lagos. And then the final quote is that I am a person who believes in doing things that's right. I'm a person that believes in doing things the right way, and so on this matter, I have stayed within the provisions of the law. A case was filed against my ex-wife for cyberbullying and other grievances. She was invited to respond, and the matter is ongoing alongside custody resolutions. And this is my best part. this comment that he said, we are not dealing with inanimate objects here, but living and breathing beings who will one day deal with the consequences of this fallout. I truly want to continue to focus on my career family and my life, as I am not the first or the last man to have a failed marriage. That energy is so me.
You know, yes, like he's not the first, it won't be the last to have.
But this wife is very, very, very embarrassing, because the more and more that this story keeps revealing itself, the more and more she sounds like a problematic human being. Why are you taking your children to another city without the consent of you and your partner? And then the stupid statements that she wrote in there is contradictory to the statements that her cousins and her sisters, and including herself, has been going around saying. So I feel like you're trivializing this serious matter, that this family dispute that you're dealing with
inanimate objects.
And you're talking about your children here.
They'll grow up, they'll get to read the stories, they will get to see this interview, they will get to see this, conversations and stuff like that. And I don't know, what type of example are you really trying to set for your kids as a mother? And it's just, really sad that she's not thinking things through.
At all. She's really not thinking things through. And I don't know. I don't know how people get into this situation. I don't know how people find themselves, especially this marriage thing.
What is that thing your mom said?
Yes, you do not enter. You should have. Even Nedu as well, because I cannot imagine that somebody this problematic, you did not see one sign.
Oh, Baba saw it now. It was the child now. Not the child that they give to him, that was not even his own. That was a responsible man that just couldn't say. They brought the child. Every other man could have denied it. He could have gone out. He could have said, no, I don't want to marry you. Yeah, you'll be a baby mama. But this guy said, you already carrying my child. Let me honor you. And okay, let me honor you. And he got married to you legally. This is a responsible man that did things by the books. Do you understand? So, and at the end of the day, the first child that you were pregnant for while you were in a relationship was not even for this guy. Do you understand? Like, if I was Nedu is calm. They used to say short people used to have temper problem.
But we don't know what he has done at home now. He must have changed it for her.
Nedu is all this, the right to up, having time for lawyers and all of that. It's too calm, because me, to hell with every lawyer, to hell with every, let's scatter.
That's what everybody says. Like, all the guys I know that have spoken about this conversation, like, they get furious. Like, it's like one of like the worst things that you can do.
You want to spoil let us cuckoo spoil our lives together.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I will build again. I will start again. I am Nedu. I have contact. Do you understand? But you know that this is a man that doesn't mess with his integrity. which is something that I really acknowledge him for and I respect this man for, because his integrity seems to be everything to him. So he's addressing everything by the books. This guy has not gone off key since the beginning of the case.
Yeah.
He has been on track. The woman has gone left. She has gone right.
You know what's funny? I feel like
this
woman is one of those people, because I know that for the most part, when it comes to family disputes or issues that are between man and woman, for the most part, publicly we support the woman because of history, right? Because of precedents. And I think that because she knows this girl's one that came out first, I think that she wanted to ride off that energy. That once she screams about, hey, they beat me,
cancel Nedu, hashtag cancel
Nedu, because she used her full chest to tag the person that pays Nedu that keeps his livelihood. You tagged Wazobia, you tagged all those people.
And that maintains your children's lifestyle as well.
So you're doing all of that, but only to find out that, in fact, you're the one that needs to be cancelled. I'm sorry for women like that too, because the same energy that I have for men, it's not because I hate men, it's because I hate Iranu. And if you have that same Iranu, then I'm giving you that same enery. Like, you're completely cancelled. You are not allowed to be messing with people's reputations, giving false allegations, tagging human beings to a man that does not belong to you. Like, these are things that if a man did to a woman, like, nobody's going to take that.
Even the audacity to say that it's a privilege that he has such a son. He doesn't deserve my son. Like, Omolomo. You carry Omolomo to me.
Okay, so and in that video was it actually made me lose some brain cells, because in the same breath, you now said, I'm not saying you should get back together with me. I'm just saying pay money or whatever. So if the son is so privileged not to have Nedu, why do you want his money?
Maybe the son is making money more than Nedu.
I really I pray for peace for that family. I pray for peace for Nedu, and especially those children, that whatever happens, God should just be faithful to those people and just shield them in some kind of way. I don't know how, but none of it is necessary. And I don't know if you've noticed that the trend because our next story is also regards to that, but let's just go into it about us not really doing well by our children, and we need to start to do better. Anyway, this is another story that we have followed through for a very long time, but now it's gotten a bit more serious, yeah. So at the resumed sitting of the rape case involving actor Olarinwaju James, also known as Baba Ijesha, and foster daughter of comedian Princess, yesterday, September 28th, a forensic report was laid out, which laid out details of how the actor allegedly inserted a car key into this girl's private parts. Was presented. The forensic report was presented by a child forensic expert and the executive director of CCR Foundation, Olabisi Ajayi Kayode, at the Special Offences Court in Ikeja. Olabisi was called as a witness by the prosecution team led by the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, Olayinka Adeyemi. The child forensic expert said that the clinic report on the minor showed Baba Ijesha allegedly engaged the child in sexual activities when she was 7 years old on 2 occasions, and on one occasion inserted his car key into her private parts. She added that the forensic interview she had with the victim showed engagement and suppression of the minor, as Baba Ijesha had asked the minor not to inform anyone. She disclosed that the car key insertion occurred at a car park where fruits were sold. Princess became very emotional and walked out of the court crying. She would later come back into the court, and Baba Ijesha, who had been entangled in a case, this Baba Ijesha has been entangled in the case of child molestation since April of 2021 and was remanded in police custody before being granted bail after his arrest on April 22nd, and is facing a 6-count charge of sexual assault by penetration, indecent treatment of a child, and sexual assault. Okay, well, I might also add grooming, because he groomed that girl. Anyway,
lawyer,
yes, now he groomed her.
Charge. R. Kelly status.
Basically. Please, I beg, just help us and do copy and paste for R. Kelly to Baba Ijesha's skinny. I think that's that's cool. You can be a librarian in the prison.
And,
is she the only person? She's not the only person now. Maybe they already said, the girl that was in the group chat said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Do you remember the girl that there was a girl, a PA or something? "I'm so sorry that he was nice to us, but I'm just found out that she actually did the same thing to my sister." Do you remember that story? So there's clearly not one person. Okay, so for me, this thing made me very emotional. I found out yesterday on Instablog's page and everything. And the first thing that came to my mind was, for forensic to see.
Okay.
No, not that they saw a key, but they saw the
was
doings
discarded,
of a key years after.
Seems we're going somewhere. Seems like we're doing something.
No, I mean, what I'm simply saying is that the damage must have been big. Do you get me? Like, for you to leave scars on me that after testing, because I know that you can see that as women, but like genital mutilation, for example, or certain other things, like if I've been damaged, if I'd had what's it called, a sexual assault or whatever, depending on how bad the damage was, you still see it in my walls and everything like that. So to know that this girl, I mean, she's 13 now, so 7, maybe 4 years after, there's still evidence of the damage that Baba Ijesha did.
Then he must have done it in such a very brutal and, you know, in an inhuman way.
Yes.
And I think...
And that explains why, because I remember when Princess first broke the story, she was saying about how, like, the girl just started misbehaving. Like, the child all of a sudden just started lashing out, not doing well in school, was having a fit. And all of that, when she said that, I didn't really... I mean, I got that, yeah, she's causing a tantrum because she wants attention, because something is going on with her. But now, after this story, I'm thinking about that was coming from pain. Including physical pain. Like, this girl was in physical pain. I couldn't... Guys, it's too inhumane. Like, you cannot roam around feeling the society anymore, as far as I'm concerned.
It's a really distressing story, especially when you start thinking about... It's sad enough that you're molesting a child. It's not worse when you're beginning to use objects that can hurt them. Do you understand? Already you're hurting them. You're now beginning to use... I can imagine, like, as in... I don't want to know.
What are you doing?
A car key? Do you know what a car key is?
Are you okay?
Like, even with consent.
Bro.
Let the woman say, put you the car key. You say, no, I can't do it, or you will get injured. You should be the one to say, I will not. Not to now talk of the one doing it yourself.
Baba
It is
Ijesha,
very inhumane.
This man.
And I think he should go to jail for the rest of his life. Now, this is the point where, you know, there's really nothing else that matters apart from, you know, him paying the price for everything.
And I would love the energy that they started with to come back. All of you on social media.
Yaboju.
Yaboju, please come back. And then the supporters. The Yomi... What's his name?
Fabi, no, you should come out.
You should come and say something now, because
in fact,
he was saying that...
we want to even test his own car keys.
I'm telling you.
We want to go and test.
I'm telling you,
that Yomi Fabi, submit all your car keys. We want to go and test it. I'm sure we'll find DNA in there. We'll find DNA in his car keys.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
The other one in the UK, even Yabo, Yarimbo, and all the other disappointing people in the industry that were supporting this man, they should all come back outside. I want to know what they want to say now. Because if you don't give an apology, there's something is seriously wrong with you. Because what I'm expecting to hear is, we didn't have enough information to decide, and now that we do, we stand completely against it, including the stupid organization. What's the name of their thing?
I don't care.
Yama, Tampan.
Is it not tampon?
Whatever your names are. Because we need to come together, especially in the entertainment industry. Like, we need to come together and really refute this kind of behavior. That it's not something that we want in our space at all.
And every woman who has ever been raped, molested, treated badly by any man, please, it's time for you to start speaking up. Now, I saw, you know, on one of our shows, I think Ways, yes, something that will be coming up on when is it too late for a woman to speak up. I think that's the topic to be discussed. And I really liked it, because I think the R. Kelly case shows that, man, it's okay for a woman to take her time to heal and be ready to speak before she comes out to talk.
But it's much nicer if you talk quickly.
Yeah, but not everybody can handle the pain like that. So we need to give them time. So it's never too late. If Baba Ijesha has ever done anything silly to you, please, women, please come outside now.
I think what I would add to that, because one of the reasons why it's so hard for people to come out and talk is because, one, we as a society, you guys watching me with your eyes there, you people don't make it easy as well. The stigmatization that you give women, if you want to help women to start speaking out louder so we can catch these people, the best thing you can do for me, one, is that be nicer, be sensitive about the conversation, be like, oh my gosh, I'll support you. Not that you start asking bastardized questions like, what did you wear, who sent you there, better keep quiet, they'll shame you. You as an individual, and it all starts with you. So if every you does that, where they start, you know, supporting that person instead of refuting that person, it helps them speak out louder. Then the police as well, like when you hear such a news, that you act fast, you support her, and all of that kind of stuff. The hospitals and everything. It starts with the society. This is not now a Buhari problem. Do you get me? Like we all have a part to play in bringing down these people. At least create an environment where, because I know we cannot solve everybody's problem, and we cannot stop people from being sick, but we can definitely create an environment that is hard for them to execute their havoc on us, on our children as well. But anyway, let me just move on from the story because it's giving me goosebumps. But let's go on a quick.